giving way to light. And there, in the heart of the sunrise, a rooster crowing cup of joe with Poe. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with Poe, and let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning and welcome to Cup of Joe with Poe. I am your host, Don Poe. Today we're going to talk about the truth. Now, when you're small, you're always taught to tell the truth, right? Tell the truth. Make sure you tell the truth. Then, depending on where you're at in life, environment, upbringing, who's raising you, their ideologies, their way of looking at the world, because we get our sense of being usually from our parents. So, I think that's overwhelming. That's where we learn everything. At a young age, the most important years of adolescence, you learn your ideologies and your core beliefs usually from your parents or grandparents or whoever your caretaker, whoever's there for you the most, whoever's in your life the most and has the most sway like that. And usually it's a parent or someone. And so it's our job to instill these good characteristics in our children. Now, children watch and observe things too. They learn as they go to see, wait a minute, you're saying to do this, but you're not even doing that. A lot of them see that. Now think of a household where it's a really nice suburb area and the family is like church-going people, and you know, they work up for their weekends and they eat dinner at the table together every night, and like that whole nuclear family thing, right? Think of that. So it's tell the truth. Those would be the same people that if you seen something going on that you knew was wrong, like that is really wrong. I don't tolerate people doing that to one another, whatever it may be. They'll call the police and say, hey, look, something's going on here. You need to go investigate, da-da-da-da-da. Now, there's another side. The other side would be a dysfunctional family, their parents on drugs, whatever it may be, just trying their best to get along, poverty, maybe even so far into it that it's just a state of destitution, penury, true penury, right? So now this ideology may be different. They may be looking at the world as, wow, the world is out to get me. I can't get ahead. I can't get an advantage. I'm seeing this firsthand that we don't have the resources we need. And they may not, as children, fully understand, because their minds aren't developed to that point yet, to see that what's going on could be prevented, maybe not, who knows. But then there comes that don't call the police. Mind your own business. What the fuck are you looking at? Just a whole different ideology and way of thinking. Now, could that have been brought on from rougher circumstances? From me, for instance, I grew up in extreme poverty. Father in and out of prison, welfare my whole life. Grew up in not the nicest of areas, even though some of them were pretty nice for being gutter and everything. And I learned quick to adapt to my environment no matter where I went. I watched my father do the same thing, so I followed in his footsteps somewhat. I hit that point of prison, and then after 8 years of prison, if you don't change your ways, you shouldn't even leave prison at that point. If you ain't got a different outtake on life and can't look at the world differently, after 8 years of being there, you know how many arguments I heard about the dumbest shit in the world? I could give a fuck less who's better between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Really, I give a shit less. I don't give a fuck what rapper said what at 6 in the morning. The last thing I want to hear is some mumble bullshit at full volume, whole rack shaking because dude's up there doing something to his hair. Whole bed going like this, right? Ain't nobody down there jacking. It's dude with his... Dude, I don't want to ever have to go through that ever again. So I changed my way of thinking immediately. Ain't no more break the law. Are you serious? You are so stupid and corny if you break the law. Like to the point where you're risking it. Like, no risk, no reward. check this out. Risk putting on a goddamn pair of boots and gloves and going to get that shit where you ain't got to look over your shoulder, start at a young age and retire out of something. I keep telling everybody this, and especially the youth when I meet them, to get a career. Get something that's going to be sustainable long term. Something you can get a 401k from. I know firsthand from my own peers, I've seen some of them wait in life to get ahead, and I've seen some right off the jump get ahead. I could drop names right now. I don't need to because they know who they are. I mean, we all went to school together. We all grew up together, right? And some of them even live overseas and shit and have like dope lives. You know why? They went to work. They didn't break the law. They didn't get all wrapped up in no fucking stupid ideologies that ruled their life 24/7. They didn't have to wake up and put no goddamn costume and makeup and everything on. Not saying nothing about women that put makeup on. Please keep putting makeup on. I enjoy it. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, I'm a Shaka Zulu and I'm going to walk through life like that. Are you fucking serious? You're born here in America type shit? Or I'm going to wear a goddamn skirt every day with a penis? I mean, this type shit. And I ain't talking about Celts or nothing like that because I'm cool with that. As a matter of fact, I kind of like the idea of bringing loincloths back just to fuck with everybody. But this is what I'm talking about. The image you pervade through society reflects on how people look at you. If you walk up to me and you're a complete wreck, then I'm going to assume, and I could be wrong, that you're a complete wreck. But if you are well put together, head to toe, if you're wearing an all matching tracksuit, everybody out there quit wearing all Adidas with Nikes on. Stop doing that shit. That's just, and if you're gonna do it, at least go all out and wear the Puma top, the Adidas pants, one Nike, one Reebok. I mean, really go all in if you're gonna mismatch. So you see somebody put together all the way from head to toe, right? And you're like, they got their shit together. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's an image. Now, this is all gonna revert back to what I was talking about, the truth. Now, the truth is literally the truth. There is no my truth. Once you hear someone say my truth, you know they're delusional. You know it. There is no my truth. There's only one truth, and that's the truth. 2 and 2 equals 4. There is no, well, my truth says 2 plus 1 equals 4. That's the shit I'm talking about. Being delusional. Live here. Tangible, real world. This is real world. Okay? I actually got some comments in some of my feeds here that people say I'm delusional and that I live in my own fantasy world. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble of what you think of me and what goes on up here, because I definitely live in a real world. I'll tell you right now, I'm not delusional. I'm far from delusional. Everybody else is fucking delusional. Not me. I'm the sane one here. You're sane too. Don't get me wrong. And I have people on here that are battling real to life mental health issues that I try my best to coach. And you people look at me like I'm wrong. Hold up. Hold up. Hit the brakes. We ain't doing that. We're having a good day. This Cup of Joe with Poe. We're not going to get so emotionally invested to the point where we're crying, because that's what that truly is. When you're emotionally invested in something and you speak the truth, you will get like this. People that have no feelings are narcissistic, and all they care about is themselves. An actor, though, ooh, you want to see some acting? Go out there. You'll meet some real-to-life actors. Crocodile tears. You'll see real-to-life, huge crocodile tears, and then they can just turn around and smile. Those are chameleons. Those are snakes. The truth will always win. The truth will always set you free. And I ain't talking about in no court of law, because believe me, I fought my case. I was stupid for taking a plea deal. But when you're looking at 16 years versus 8 years, that 8 sounds pretty goddamn sweet. So, the truth, though, behind all that was, I was not in the wrong. That was my place. He attacked me. He didn't like the repercussions afterwards because he went into a coma. Okay, because I ain't playing games like that. I'm not the one. I never will be, and that's the truth. That when it comes to physical confrontation, and it's no holds barred, like I feel like I might be hurt or injured, you're not winning. Because I don't fight fair. I never have, never will. That's why I can't do arena fighting or cage fighting or anything like that, because I lose my temper. And I don't not think, I extra think then, like, you know what, this finger right here to that goddamn eyeball, and believe me, that's a horrible sight too. I've gouged an eye out and watched that shit pop right out onto a dude's goddamn cheek with the little fucking cord hanging that shit and screaming. We all look like, oh my God. Smack the guy in the face with a fucking, it's called a scythe. You use it to cut weeds with. It looks like a long golf club with a flat serrated blade on the end. And I just reached out and tapped dude on the cheek with that, and that cut his fucking cheek open where the muscle drew up and he looked like Two-Face on one side. So it's easy to hurt people. Don't think it's not. I regret a lot. I'm never going to be that guy who's like, no regrets. The person that has no regrets, man, how sweet was their fucking life? No regrets. You never regretted anything. And then that, well, then it made me the person I am today. No, it didn't. No. Bad decisions don't make you the person you are today. They can help mold you along the way or whatever, but you make your own person. You make your own decisions. So live by the truth. Live by the truth. It feels amazing. That I just recently found out how to truly submit and live all the way by the truth. You know why? Because I felt that I had two options. One was truth, light, positivity, focus, direction, goal, pro-social, right? Positive. Or negative, back to deep street life. Man, all that shit that comes along with lying, deceiving, cheating, all that stuff, and that goes on in the street game, in the street hustle, because it's part of it, because it's negative. It usually takes place when? At night. Why? Under cover of night. Think about these things. Oh, and the witchcraft that's making these fucking chemical drugs that eat people's brains to mush. That's all the lies. That's all the evil. That's all the dark. That's all the negative. So come to the light. Star Nation Network. When one shines bright, we all shine bright. Have a great day, everybody. This has been Cup of Joe with Poe, and I hope truly you live by the truth. Because the truth, what? Shall set you free.